Hey, this is Matt Gallimore, real estate broker and auctioneer with United Country Real Estate Auction Services. So today I'm down in Charlotte, North Carolina. The address is actually 215 West Eastway Drive. That's West Eastway Drive. That'll get you turned around real quick. But anyway, we're down here at a house that's got 1 acre and it's just under 4,000 square feet, and we've got 5 bedrooms with this house. I'm working with Jayla Bryant and Sharon Roseman, a couple of North Carolina real estate agents. So I'm going to turn it over to them. They're going to go through the entire process and the whole property with you. Beautiful property down here. We got just under 4,000 square feet. The home sits on 1 acre and we have 5 bedrooms. So let's turn it over to them, Drew.
Hi everyone, I'm Jayla Bryant with Allure LPT Realty. If you would love to come view this property, don't hesitate to call me at 704-779-9545.
And I'm co-auctioneer Sharon Roseman with United Country Real Estate Big 6 Properties, and you can reach me at 828-320-4726. And Jayla, I'm excited because this is a really interesting property. Can you tell us just a little bit of where we are in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Absolutely. So we're here off of North Tryon Street, not too far from the university area, with the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Here off of Eastway Drive, close to the heart of the city, where if you look up close to the city, you can actually see the skyline. It's really beautiful.
And we're on a 1 acre lot just off of
North Tryon.
So very good. And so as we come up, now this is a historic home. We're going to talk a little bit about that when we get inside, but take us through this front porch area. This is really cool. And so you've got a little sitting area over here.
Yeah, so we have a wraparound porch where it's really detailed, a lot of space to entertain. Bring your company, have a nice little get together. It's nice and shaded. It feels amazing up here.
And it continues on around the corner right
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
That's great. And there's a separate entrance right there too. So Jayla, I think this property is zoned where it can be
for multi-use. So it could be
multi-use.
residential if we have an attorney that's interested, a bed and breakfast, anything like that. Yes, ma'am.
So you have the main front entry that we're going to go in, but we've got a little side entry there that could be used a little factor for someone that's looking for a professional space, or like you said, Airbnb with a little separate, you know, come out and have their coffee on the porch. All right, well, take us in the front entrance. And this house was built, I think they said 1914.
Yes.
I believe in 1914. Beautiful, beautiful. It's got a gorgeous front entry. I think one of the things that strikes me first is how high the ceilings are.
Yes, and everything in here that you see is original from the original home when it was built in 1914.
So the original home, and we've got the 2 entryway rooms here, and all the rooms are very large. Not just only the ceilings are high, but you know, you've got a nice sitting area and they parallel. So take me through right here and show me about this little display of the historic nature of the house. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, so here we have 2 displays on the full history of the home. Here you'll see about how the home was originally a farmhouse that included a dairy farm with Mr. Abernathy, where this house is actually called the Abernathy House. Here is where you'll see the remodeling of the house of what it looks like now. But here you'll see that we actually have some really cool receipts from Mr. Abernathy. A lot of these are dated 1961 through the 40s through the 60s. He even has a Duke Power bill where his bill was $17. So
I think it's really cool. This house is on the North Carolina Historic Registry as the Abernathy House, and it has such a cool story. Now, I am with United Country Real Estate, so I love that this actually started as the old house on the dairy farm. And we've got a poster here that talks about the Sundale Dairy, and there's even a little QR code that if you come in you can scan, and we'll put that link up on the website too to help you learn more about it. But I guess you know, it's hard for folks to realize that once upon a time Charlotte was a farming town. Now we know Bank of America Stadium and you know, Metallica just brought it home here the other night, and we have all these things going on in Charlotte. But this house was from a dairy farm that was just up the road. It was moved to this location when, about 2001?
Yes, the entire house was picked up, brought here in a completely different state, and the city of Charlotte remodeled it.
And the owner actually bought this on auction.
Yes, on auction.
That's really cool. And so here it's coming full circle again. So 1914, just at the beginning of World War I. and it is in immaculate condition. So let's start in this side room, and you take us through this entryway, and we're going to take a look at this beautiful house. And these are the original floors.
Yes.
They're in beautiful condition.
So original hardwood floors throughout. You'll see that every room has its own mantle downstairs with the electric fireplaces. As Sharon mentioned, original wood floors, original wood, like actual real wood on the doorways as well. Very well kept. With it being a historical home, a lot of the things in here cannot be changed or rearranged. So we had to preserve it. And as you can see, we have kept really great, kept it up really well.
But it doesn't feel like a museum.
Right.
It feels like home.
Yeah.
And I think I'm excited to see more. So let's see where we head out through this door.
So we're gonna head into the dining room.
The dining room. This is lovely.
Yes, it's gorgeous. So this is a dining room. Beautiful lighting in here. Great for family dinners.
Gorgeous space. You've got, if you even needed a bigger table, you have room. And if this were a professional office, this is a Charlotte conference room that.
Yeah.
You would be proud of. I mean, it's gorgeous as a dining room, as an Airbnb. How great would this be to have breakfast? You can just think of all the possibilities. And then another fireplace.
Yeah, in the same room. Yeah.
They're all electric.
They are all electric.
So if someone wanted to change that out, maybe they could. But for right now, it's low maintenance.
Yes.
And easy to do. So, well, let's lead in. I'm assuming this leads into the kitchen.
Yeah, so this actually leads into the butler's pantry here. Mm-hmm. So when the house was original, of course, they had butlers and maids and different things. This is where they would get together and handle their business. But now we have set it up as a little coffee nook where you can come enjoy some breakfast, chat while someone's cooking, make you some coffee, and enjoy your morning.
So while this is a historic home, it's been brought into the modern times.
Absolutely.
And that the moving, the remodeling, a lot of the parts of the house were handled by the city of Charlotte, and then our homeowner, I'm assuming, has put her touches on the house.
So as we walk through, I'll actually show you some of the things that the homeowner has done herself.
I'm excited, yes.
Even, for example, this cutout is something that she did herself. Mm-hmm. So before, this was just one complete wall.
And it changes everything.
Absolutely opens up the room and just, like you said, doesn't make it feel like a museum, but an actual home.
And then you blend it with this millwork and these solid wood doors, and it just feels solid.
It is.
I wish I had a better vocabulary word, so we'll not tell them I used to teach at UNC Charlotte long ago. I'm going to have to get my vocabulary right.
Right.
But we had an open area right through here, and this is leading outside. Mm-hmm.
So this leads out into the courtyard here.
If you want to take that coffee outside, what a beautiful space that is. Well, take us through this kitchen, Joe. So modern appliances.
Yes, which all will convey, of course, but just kept it simple here. Like you said, kept the same farmhouse feel. You didn't want to go too modern to make it stand out from the rest of the house. So it's still cozy, a nice size. Opening this butler pantry just made it like one seamless space to make it really flow.
But whether it's for yourself or for your guest, you've got this, looks like a great pantry space right here behind, linens for laundry. And then you've got this great, nice farmhouse sink, refrigerator, dishwasher. A lot of older homes don't have the dishwasher, so that's a nice addition. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Very nice.
All right. And so
let's go into our first full bathroom here on the first floor.
Mm-hmm. So, Jayla, is that the bathroom that guests would use if you had guests here in the house? Okay.
For sure. Yes, ma'am.
So it's a full bath, but this would also be your guest bath.
Exactly. And right off of this restroom, we do have our first bedroom here. Mm-hmm. So we have a nice little closet area here. So here we have the first bedroom on the first floor, full bedroom with the full bath, with a tub and shower head inside of there.
So this is an ensuite bath on the main level. Mm-hmm. And if someone wanted to use this professionally and wanted their own kind of private bath as well, it would work. It could be used in office or as a bedroom. So very nice. And then it's got this lovely entryway right here.
With some closet space.
All right.
All right,
We'll
so
go back down.
next we will come back this way into one of the larger bedrooms.
Oh, wow. This is nice.
Yes, very spacious. As you mentioned before, all of the rooms throughout upstairs and downstairs have 10-foot ceilings. And it gives the room a really big space, a really big feel where it's not too tight, and it's just really beautiful.
And then that's the door that we saw coming out onto the front
Yes,
porch.
ma'am, for the wraparound porch.
So if someone was staying in this bedroom, the bath we talked about being the guest bath, that would be the bath that they would use, or what an office space this would be.
Exactly. Like
Or-
you mentioned, if someone needed to come in directly here instead of going through the front, they definitely could.
And I've stayed at some Airbnbs that have like a really nice game room and a little place where, you know, sometimes you don't want to meet the other guests and sometimes that's part of the fun. So you've got, this could be a multi-purpose room.
Exactly.
Right across, I guess the dining room was right across the hall.
Yes, ma'am. Right across.
So, well, let's go upstairs and
All
see,
right.
because this house is 2 floors.
Yes, a
And-
little under, as Matt mentioned, a little under 4,000 square feet. So a lot of ground to cover here.
So an acre of land, 4,000 square feet in uptown Charlotte, North
Yes.
Carolina. I love these banisters and the railings.
All original hardwood too. So now we are on the second floor. We will start in one of the bedrooms here that,
Let's take a look at the primary.
let's start here.
Yeah, let's take a look at the primary.
So
suite.
gorgeous, gorgeous primary bedroom. Super spacious.
Wow, room for a king size bed.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Lots of natural light. Perfect to just unwind and really rest.
This is stunning. Do you think this is the original brickwork back when they had little?
And it is. It actually used to be a fireplace on the other side into the bathroom, which we'll get to, but the current owner closed it in just to keep the natural brick to add a little bit of character.
Oh, I love that. That little nod to the past is great. And again, this is a historic house, but it doesn't feel old.
Yeah.
It feels well loved and solid. So going through, wow, look at this bathroom.
Yeah, so this is where I was mentioning you'll see a couple of different areas where the owner put her own touch into it. So she did come in here and do a remodel with the tub and the walk-in shower, really added a beautiful modern touch while keeping that farmhouse feel.
Beautiful shower, love the tub, and I love this little, I'm gonna call it a jewelry ledge. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, if you get ready to get in the shower and take your earrings out, like that's just a nice little touch to save that. And so old houses usually don't have a lot of closet space, but this looks like a really big closet.
It
behind
really
you.
is. It's very spacious, room to put a lot of clothes, and another window for some natural light. So it's really gorgeous.
Great job of finding a way to carve out that space in these houses. And then with this double vanity, I mean, love the tile,
Yeah.
but it fits nicely with the theme of the house. And even the wood frame around the mirror kind of gives a nod to the millwork here.
Exactly.
So there's another bedroom across?
Yes, so this bedroom is a larger bedroom like the one we saw downstairs. But here, they've actually turned this in more of a living room space to give a little bit more space upstairs as well for entertaining and watching TV instead of having to go all the way downstairs.
So, you know, one of the things I hear with a lot of the older homes where, I don't want to say chopped up rooms, but, you know, that open concept is a lot of the modern houses. But here you have that place for that big media room for the family to meet and have a little Friday night movie night and, or another really great size bedroom here as well, or home office. This
Like
is a
we
phenomenal
mentioned downstairs,
space.
all of the rooms have 10-foot ceilings. It's so spacious. It gives you room to breathe.
Absolutely. This is beautiful. What do we have down the hall?
So here we have a gorgeous, spacious hallway with another bedroom.
Oh, this is nice. It feels happy.
Yeah.
Love is spoken here. You can feel
Yes.
it. And then the closets, I'm assuming, back behind here.
Yes.
Good size space.
Yeah.
Good room.
Good closet space for storage. And like you said, just depending on what you really have in mind for your vision for the home, it has a lot of potential to do different things.
All right, folks. So we have been touring this lovely home, Eastway Drive here in Charlotte, North Carolina, with Jayla Bryant, and we're partnering up. Our firms are partnering together to bring you this lovely property at auction. So you can get all the details on the auction at ncauctionpro.com. And Jayla, why don't you give them your number again if they would like to get a private tour of this home?
Give me a call at 704-779-9545.
And you can always call me. I'm co-auctioneer Sharon Roseman, 828-320-4726. You don't want to miss this one. All the bidding is going to be online at ncauctionpro.com.